Hey guys, what's going on? Joel Tavares. You're watching DualShockers TV on DualShockers.com. I'm here with Antoine Tisdale, the game designer on Deus Ex: Mankind Divided.
One of.
Yeah. It's not just
the sole unique designer on this project.
Anton just sits in a room and they don't let him out until the next Deus Ex is ready.
It's like pizza under the door. That's good.
So we just had a chance to get like a closer glimpse of what players can expect to see in February when Deus Ex releases.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about we mentioned what are the biggest key differences from people that are coming from Human Revolution and coming into this new title.
One of the biggest difference. Well, it's not really a difference. It's like more an upgrade. Let's say we're introducing a whole branch of new augmentations, the gun arms. Previously, Adam Jensen had the nano blade, which is a blade that comes out of his arm, and you just like take out people from behind and doing takedowns. And now we're keeping this. However, now we can shoot it. You can pin people to walls, and you can actually charge it and pin it to walls, and it'll explode and take out multiple people. At the same time, even like robots and security devices like cameras. Another gun arm is the Tesla, where you can target a few enemies at a time and then shoot it out, and everybody's going to be stunned and then fall down unconscious. We're actually shown most of these in the trailer that was announced like a bunch of time ago. All these things are in the game and they're working. The idea behind it is to enhance that stealth and combat ability to the player, where if you're shooting things and then you feel overwhelmed and you're running out of ammo, and instead of just letting the player panic, you just like that sort of Joker card in your sleeve. You just go like stunk and you kill somebody else, or you just run away, and then you can cloak and then you can take a breather. And this is part of the new era, the Jensen 2.0 that we call it. More of these things are coming.
Yeah, and you mentioned, the core combat pretty much got, I guess, an overall upgrade, right? So it's not just how you play it, but it's also when things get crazy. Now you're ready to take on more. You can hop into the action, and if it kind of cater to players that might want that more of a running gun experience, if you will.
Absolutely. One of the things we wanted to do is actually bring what we say in the studio is bring a combat aspect up to bar to the stealth. The stealth was already really functioning and pretty fun. So now the combat is as effective, even more so with the when you mix augmentations, weapons, and all this gear that Jensen has, and all the wits of the player. So combat is more intense. Destructibles environments, all sorts of little things, that's chips. And all the tools that Jensen has, there's a little more secrets we have up your sleeves, and we're not going to reveal too much, but yeah, all these things make for a more broad and forward approach. We don't want a player to feel a little overwhelmed and then immediately run away and hide. We want a player to just rethink and plan ahead, like, okay, I'm stuck here, so I'm just going to switch gear into something else, and then just like open menu, select audio augmentation, switch weapon, change my ammo type, and then just keep on going, power through it.
Right, and I think that was like the biggest change that I've seen from Human Revolution. And one thing that you mentioned earlier, at the beginning of our demo, was kind of like these four pillars that the game's foundation is built on, and that's the combat, that's the RPG element of it, that's the social aspect of it. Yeah. Now, I asked you also, how important is it to create that balance, to make sure that you got enough of the social and the upgradability to get the people that want that RPG experience in, but then you got enough of that combat to come in as well and complement it.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point, because we're really making like 4 games in one, which is a bit of a challenge in itself. Combat is for, let's say, it's for a type of players, and stealth is for another type of player, but we want these kind of players to sort of merge their experience together and try new things. The social aspect is really all about the story and about those choices and being involved. If the player feels more involved in the story, and there's like this noticing that there's a few changes in the story itself. Like if you take a decision early on and later on there's something weird's going to happen, and then it's because you contributed to that story. And the hacking is the same kind of aspect. You can prepare yourself ahead of time. You can see what the camera sees. You can see what kind of enemies are going to be, mark some people. Then you can go around and then take control of some elements of the gameplay and just like plan ahead. And then that's also part of it's like a combat tool that you can use, or you can just gain information, learn more about the story and all these things. So these 4 pillars are really intricate part of the experience.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed is that again with that upgrade on the combat and that piece of it, it seems like it's a game that if you want to get really intricate and go with the social, get every piece of the story, you can get in there. And then on the other end, if the weekend warrior that doesn't really have a lot of time or as much time as they'd like to invest, can kind of turn their brain off and go in and explore the city.
Yeah, just. That's why we offer the players with so many opportunities and possibilities. If you want to go combat and you just like to shoot things, and just use your praxis points, augment, take a nano blade, typhoon, and all these things. Forget about a cloak. Use a Titan, a brand new Titan, which is a big shield that you can use to basically defend yourself against all sorts of bullets and stuff. Just go plowing through. It's possible. It's going to be hard, but if that's what you want, throw 2 grenades, run in, typhoon all the way through, and then. This is the kind of experience you want. Hey, do it. This is what we want. We want a player to do whatever he wants. Just accept the fact that there are consequences. So if you kill somebody that character was gonna give you something, then you're not gonna get that something. Or you're gonna have to find it another way, talk to somebody else, look under a desk, whatever. It's all part of the experience. You choose what you want to do and
live with the consequences, which I think Deus Ex players have become accustomed to.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Right. So we're not too far from launch. How much more little pieces are we going to be expecting, and more to unveil as we get closer to February?
I don't know. Actually, how many pieces are we going to reveal still? I don't know. Hopefully a few as we near. Hopefully, as we near launch, release date and stuff, more tricks, more little tidbits are gonna be released. And I don't know. I don't have the plan. I'm sorry. I'm just a designer. I'm just the designer.
The one designer in the room. Well, Antoine, thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. It's coming out February 23rd, 2016. It's looking great. We're excited to get our hands on it, and we're out.